Hi everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and today we're going to be talking about, and we're going to be working on this little Chinese elm. Now, the Chinese elm in question is an eBay purchase, and I've got a full video series on it, so please check out the playlist. This one, as I say, purchased on eBay. It was described as one thing, didn't turn out to be what it was described as most eBay purchases are, and as you might notice, if you've been keeping up with the playlist, it's in the completely wrong pot as the last time we worked on it. Why, you may be asking? Well, because like the last storm, Dara, that we had, well, the storm before Dara, it had a little accident. This was one of two that had accidents. In the polytunnel, they were on the shelves, and obviously a big storm came through. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble, jelly on a plate. Only this jelly was a polytunnel, and they fell off the shelves, smashing the pots that they were in. Emergency repot happened, slip pot, and now it's in the wrong angle, but the tree is alive and doing well. I mean, awesome little pot. All right, it's not quite a little pot, but the pot itself is one of the ones that we got from the Birmingham show live. Is it the Birmingham show? Bonsai show, sorry. The Bonsai show down in Telford, live. That's where we got it from. And I really like the pot. So I think come spring, I'm going to repot it, check out the roots, put it back in this pot. As you can see, the tree is doing really well. And I've decided, now I can see it bare in all its glory, after I do obviously some work on it today. You can see me through it. You can see exactly how this tree is looking. And I've always thought, I'm not quite sure the direction of the tree. The lower half is a nice little broom style, and then we've got this big section poking out of it. I think I'm going to continue with that theme, but this section that grows off, I always said it was two trees. It's exactly that, it's two trees. So where are we going to go with it? Well, the lower half, I'm going to keep it as a broom. This section growing out, I would like to air layer it in the future. So what I would like to do this spring, get it in this pot properly, and then let it grow, continue it as two trees, sort this top section out from here. I would like to air layer it in the future, and then have this as a tree, and then probably develop the low part section as a broom style. So there we go. I finally decide what I want to do with this tree, and that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to grow it and develop it as two different trees, develop the top part as its own tree, and then once we've air layered it successfully mined, because why won't we? It's a Chinese elm. Chinese elms, you can pretty much do anything with them. Cut them from roots, they'll successfully develop, as we know. I've done it, I've got it. Check out the video. We can take cuttings, they'll grow, develop. I've got loads of them. Check out any of my Chinese elm videos, probably got one on there. I know I have. Which one have I got? Let's take one for pickings. The cascade is from cutting. Check it out. Good video. Good tree. Coming in development. Doing really well. Check out that playlist. So that's where we're going to go with this tree. So for today, I'm just going to come in. As you can see, it needs a winter prune. It's got all leggy. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to reduce everything in, and I'm going to start styling this tree the way I want to. The top section needs to be developed, and then I will air layer it as it starts growing and thickening up, and I can get something in there to air layer it, because quite frankly it's just too small to air layer right now. I can't get anything in there to do it. And I've also got this little lump at the back from swelling. I think I'll just remove that branch. It's looking at it, it's a bit weird. I don't know if I've never seen that before in a Chinese elm. Get you in there and have a look. Can you see that? Bit of a weird lump. Oh, that's not an infection. So let's get on with this. Let's get it on the swirly chairs, and let's get a bit of a trim going on. Let's get rid of all these leaves as well. Let's get you in from this angle. I'll show you better what I'm going to decide to do. So eventually I'd like to come in and give an air layer just here, and I'll tell you why. Well, as I discussed why. You can see the movement of the tree goes all the way up here, and I feel that is its own separate tree, and then the base is probably going to be here of a different tree, and we can, the way we started developing here, this section of the tree will be its own tree, and we can develop a broom style. So for air layer here, this section is going to be its own. It's going to be its own tree, and that'll be the main trunk line. And as you see, it's got plenty of movement, and it's got its own branching as well. And that's how we've already developed the structure. I think that's the best way to go. So I'm going to continue to develop the tree and let it grow. And that is just perfect for 2 different trees. I've continued to grow it and develop it so far as such, but just look at the movement on it. We've already got left right movement. It's all natural. It's got a nice little bend and it flows perfectly. The bottom section, as I say, lends itself nicely to a broom style. If we cut it here, we've also got all these branches that go off broom-like. So everything goes around nicely. We've got 2 trees out of this. Just look at it. It's perfect. So that's the way I'm going to continue to develop the tree. And I feel it is the best for the tree overall. I get 2 trees out of it. Going to come in, hopefully, just take it there and develop it nicely. So today we're just going to come in, relieve all these branches of the length, bring them in, make it nice and compact, and start developing into 2 trees. Once it gets a little bit more thickness on it, gets a bit bigger, I'll try and come in, as I say, go there, make a cut, try and compact it with some sphagnum moss, try and start developing some roots, and then give it a cut. For the time being, it's just a little bit too small. I can't really get in there with anything. And then I'll try and air layer this top branch into a tree. Please agree or disagree with me in the comments, but I think that's the best way to go with it. I think it'd be a waste not to. Now with the basic plan in mind, let's just come back and start trimming these branches, bringing them back into shape. So I'm just going to come and bring this one right back here. And we're going to use these side branches just here. Get rid of this big one. We just cut out, which means I can then cut this one off. Utilise the one going out. I think I need to sharpen these cutters. While we're doing that, bring this one off. I've got a small one just on the back here, and then we've got one underneath as well. So just cut that one off. I'm just going to come and neaten it up a little bit. There we go. So that's the lower part already done. So that's a nice start. All these branches come way out here, so let's start bringing these back into the shape again. So just nice and easy. Take out the center one, bring everything in nice and neatly. But that was not cut proper. So I've got this lower branch here. See if I can bring you in a little bit to see. Might just need to change the angle, but I've got this lower branch here. It's got shoots all around it. It's quite a nasty looking branch as well, if I'm honest. But I've got shoots that are all from all angles. And all I need is one shoot, and I think I just need to pick one. So let's just pick this one here. So let's go around, take all the others out. Grab all of that, take that one off. One shoot, bring it back, that'll do us. This section's dead, let's take that one off. All these dead leaves, bring them out. I'm going to take this whole branch off at the bottom. Again, we've got that big swelling lump. got a branch going downwards. Let's take it out. Let's come and clean this up. Bring it back. Dead section. Let's take that out. Again, nice easy decisions. All we're doing is just pretty much just bringing everything into shape. This is growing upwards. We're trying to style this bottom section into a broom. Also, what we're trying to do at the same time is not let it interfere with the main part of the tree that we want to grow, which is obviously a little bit difficult in and itself. The primary goal here at the minute is to develop this top part of the tree. We can always come back later on and develop the bottom bit. So I am aiming mostly for this top section of the tree, and then I'll come back to the bottom. I can set the bottom part of the tree, its primary section, and then work on the secondary part later on. So if I just move you out a little bit, these bottom sections here, which will be my broom style, I can set the branches in place, and then anything that wants to be growing up later, I can always develop them later on once I remove this top section of the tree, which we want to keep. So anything that grows up and it is interfering with the main part of my tree, unfortunately I'm going to have to get rid of for now. I can always regrow that once this grows off, once this gets removed. That's not an issue. We can do that. In fact, if I can get in, if I can take everything off and then this spring I can get in and try and air layer it, I'll try and do that. But for now, if I've got something growing upwards like I just did, I'm going to have to take it out, because I don't want it growing through the tree and obstructing what I need on this top part of the tree to develop. Because this tree itself is my primary focus, to air layer it, get it off and get it in a pot. Once that's done, then I can start focusing on this tree and then growing that. But most of these primary branches are set. They're in shape, they're doing really well. We just need to get the primary branches of this top tree in place, inset, ready for the air layer. In fact, now I've moved this section out, I can actually get in here a little bit better. It might be a struggle to air layer it, because we'd be going in here, which means I probably need to remove this bottom branch, and then this would be my first branch. So I'd be coming in somewhat here, which means possibly if I can get a year's more growth out of it before I do that, that would be the way to go. I can get a year's more growth, fattening up, lengthening as well, and getting there properly, straight in. Or I could remove these branches on the lower part of the tree, which I ideally wouldn't want to do, but I could regrow this, completely change the direction of the tree, and just grow it from a single branch, chop it again. I mean, it just depends, I guess, on the direction and how the tree develops come spring. Right, I suppose I need to have a look at this and see where we're at with it. Okay, first things first, let me change your direction so you can see the top section now. So first thing for me, if I have a look, China here, I've got this that grows way up too tall, and it's probably going to be the front. So do I need this section, and do I need it at all? Obviously it needs reducing, but do I need it at all in the design, or can I keep it low? So what would be the front? Probably somewhere there for me. Am I going to utilise this first at all? Probably not. So let's take it out completely. I'm not going to utilise that at all either. Let's take that out. Snip that off. Now this one probably could get utilised, so I'll keep that in the design. There we go. So what I've done is took both of those out. Just here. Let me zoom. Let me get you in a little bit. You can see. Took both of them out. I've utilised this side that was going down. There you go. Now you can see it proper. Just here. The little branch that was going down, I've decided to use that and utilise that as part of my front here. You can see that a lot better. Spin that back to me. That's going to be my front. I've got a decision to make here as well. That's going to be my front. I've got two options. One that grows outwards, one that grows back. Let's take that off. Clean that up completely. Take that back. Bring that to here. I like how that splits off better. I've got one in the crevice here. I'll show you what I've just done here. So just here, I removed a big section that was going out towards me. It split here, came off this direction, but behind it I had this branch, so I removed it completely, utilising this one, because this here for you is the front. Came across this way, reveals this branch. And then just at the back here, I had this branch as well. I also had another one going back this way. So if I spin you around a bit, you can now see that I've got this branch here, and then behind it, I've got another branch that comes out this way. I just need to come in, which is this branch here. You can see it, keeps springing back. It's going to come in, reduce it there. It gives me a nice change of direction. It now points to you, the viewer. But if I move it, you can now see it's this one here. Just there. So it goes that way, and then this one will come this way. So it splits off, goes that like that. If I bring you in, you can actually see from above just how that is working. Just here, splits off, goes there, on there, and you can see all over this top part of the tree now. You can see different sections. These sections at the back are still pretty long and leggy. I've got this top part, got a section in the middle. So everything, as I say, long and leggy. I'm just going to come back and reduce everything. I'm just going to come and take this bit out, producing a knuckle. I had that little bit in as well. Just need to take out. Take that off. Bring the leader back. So you can see the top section has now a nice little crown going on from all angles. pull this section back, clean up the dead stump. Same with this little part here. Everything is starting to take shape on this part of the tree. It's looking really good. Doing really well actually. It's got a branch here which comes right across. I can just get you in, you can see on this angle. It comes across, splits over. Now, I need to take it off completely. Bring that one back. And I'm going to snip this as well here. I don't think I like how it comes back so far. I'm going to take that section out here. Got this little one here. I'm going to cut back too. Cut that one off a little bit. This has got to be shortened, I think. Possibly needs to be a little bit more. I'm not too sure yet. That's definitely got to come out to the crevice. Yeah. Let's bring it back there. There we go. Now this section's probably going to be, that's going to come back. This one's probably going to be apart. Let me bring you in. So this branch here, just this whole section is probably either going to be lost or it's going to be part of the lower tree on the broom style, because we're going to air layer around about here. So it's not going to be in the design of the top section tree. Let me just, everything else is coming along really good for this top section of the tree. I'll spin you can see from all angles now. It's got a bit of a lean on this section. Once it gets air layered, I can bring that to there. And just look at the shape of this tree. Look at that for development. That's going to be a really nice tree. Awesome tree, in fact. So the air layer, if I can hold you there, the air layer will be there. This section of the tree is going to be gone. Hopefully keep that one, possibly end up losing this one because it's going to be too low. I've got high hopes for this one already. We've developed it over the last, I know, how long have we had it? A year? 2 years? I kept saying, I can't quite make my mind up whether I'm going to keep it, because it kept developing really well. It looks like its own tree. And I'm so glad I've kept it. Because its own tree, it is going to be. Right. I'm happy with that. I wish I could just come in and snip it off and it'd work, but that's not how it works. I like to air layer it right down there. So the air layer would ideally be somewhere there. Just cut there. That's where I'd like to do it. Down at the bottom. and then the tree would be angled up. We can get a branch just at the back here as well. That would be superb. Just need to take that one out. And then, if I got rid of that, that would make this lower one a superbity tree as well. All the branches are going out wide, and then I could just develop upwards into the canopy, and I'd have a great couple of trees. Right, that is looking fantastic. Just look how gnarly this is. If you've not seen the rest of these videos, please check them out. The playlist is there for you. I'll link it in the description, and I will leave it at the end of the video for you as well. Well, I'm really pleased with how this is going. Just check it out. I mean, it's going to be on this angle. Look at that. Look how gnarly this tree is coming along. It's got nice little bobbly bits on it. The tree has got loads of nice little bends going on. And as I say, I could, if I wanted to, remove all these branches and just let it do its hard work. But I'm going to try, as I say, and develop 2 trees in one go. It's harder work doing it this way, and it might not work, but if I can, I can get 2 trees for the price of 1 quickly. If not, you know, I'm putting the effort in. I'll just cut them branches off and do it as I, you know, do it the hard way. And I'll cut the branches off, as I say, and just go in and air layer the tree, and I'll just successfully do the 1 tree and then start again with the trunk on this one and regrow everything else. But the tree itself is doing really well, and it's coming along quite nicely. All the branches, as I say, in the right places. They're coming along. They've started to bifurcate. We've got segregated branching. Nothing's obviously incorrect on this main branch structure that we want. The tree itself is really healthy, and just loving it. It's in a nice pot. It'll be in this pot again come spring. The roots are doing really well. We've root pruned it already once. We're going to have a second time around in spring. Lovely little tree. Chinese elm. They're great trees. Go get one. Work on it. Anyway, if you like this one and you want to support the channel, please do like. Subscribe if you're not, because 60% of you still haven't, and please do so. Anyway, that's me for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.